Hi friend, it's Pat Sloan on October 15th, the middle of the month. I guess by the middle of the afternoon, it'll be the middle of the month since there's 31 days. This is my daily video. We've got the topic, we've got the Aurifil designer of the month is today, and some other things, of course, always other things. So our topic of the day on the calendar is the book Nook of technique books. So first I want to show you, where is it? A new little technique book that my friend Sue O'Very Pruitt, she just got married, so I had to, Pruitt, Sue O'Very Pruitt. So Sue just got married, and so her name is different. So she put out this cute little book that has all about stabilizers, and she is an expert at stabilizers. She does a massive amount of embroidery and other things. She used to work in the garment making business, so she has a lot of experience with these types of products. So it's nice because she goes through and shows you photos and then, you know, tips and describes what's going on. And it's nice and small so that if you have like a tote bag you're taking to the store with you, you could just pop it in here. She has charts in the back with, there she's got some other photos, and then the charts in the back that tell you kind of like the cheat sheets, you know, what's wash away, what's heat away, you know, that kind of a thing. So these kind of charts. Super useful book if you are looking for stabilizer knowledge and want to get it all in one place. This is it. And then if you don't know, or you didn't realize maybe, I have a whole Teach Me series, which are technique books. And so I'll just hold them up. There's 4 of them. So of course, Teach Me Make My First Quilt, which has all the basics, plus takes you through, you know, like here I'm talking about, you know, what, sewing the 1/4 inch seam allowance and all that kind of good stuff. But then as you do each block, there's a lesson so that it's step by step, just like this. You can follow along. And if you're teaching somebody to quilt, or if you are self-taught, this is wonderful, because when you're self-taught, you get it done, but you eventually find out you're missing holes in the process, that there's things that you didn't really understand how to do. You don't know because, you know, you just sort of did one quilt and, you know, just kept going. So it's a really good thing to work through and just bring your skills up to a whole nother level. So I also have Teach Me to Do Triangles, which is full of like tip sheets and step outs that show you the same thing as like the beginner book. You know, here's the photos, how to do this step by step. And then I have tons of projects. This is the cover quilt. And, you know, here's one of my favorites. This could be a fall one I could hang up in the fall. Let me show you that. That's all about, that quilt is all about how to put quilts on point, you know, which is something that I think people end up with blocks and then they're like, you know, how do I put this on point? My fingers aren't working so good. Hold on, I'm trying to find the whole picture of it. Okay, well, I'll show you the diagram. So there you go. So you could put the quilt on point, and I tell you all about how to do that. And actually this book gives you all the formulas for how to figure it out for yourself. Then of course I have to have applique, and this gives you a lot of thread talk, how to maneuver around your applique, and then tons and tons of projects, including things like my little home banner and the farmer's market. Oops, there's the farmer's market quilt. All those are in there. And we round out my teaching series with quilting your own quilt by machine. So this is all for free motion and walking foot quilting with your machine. So I'll link you down below. You can check it out. So the Aurifil Designer of the Month block is always on the 15th of the month, and this month is Sherry Shish of Powered by Quilting. I want to say that right. Her website is called Powered by Quilting, Sherry Shish, and she is She is just amazing. She does such darling projects, and she's got really great ideas. And the fun thing is that she does live streaming of making simple quilts, and she does that over on the platform called Twitch, which is on Amazon. So if you've never checked that out, if you've got gamers in your life, there's huge communities over there. It's a different kind of platform than a YouTube platform, but the Twitch community is very vibrant, and that's where she works over there for that part. She's also on Facebook. She has a Facebook page and her website and all of that. I'll link you below. Here's her block. Now she was given the color blocks, the color box. Oops, I forgot to get it. Let me see if I can reach it. Yes, these every month. The featured designer that I interview them, and then they make a block, and they use the color builder from Aurifil. So this month's color builder is the Amalfi area of Italy, and Sherry loves purple, so she was super excited to be able to pick purple for her color. And the box comes with three large spools of thread. There you go. So you can build up your thread collection with these. It's just the idea. They all come with 3 colors, and it's a really nice way to get your colors built up. These are all very usable shades of whatever the box's shades are, whether they're yellow or blue or turquoise, in this case purple. So her purple block will go up here. Now these are not in order that the designers did them. I just put them up sort of, you know, to make the most beautiful quilt out of this. I need to have them up here. I think you can see everything, right? Yeah, I think I will have to have them up here in the way that they look nicest, as far as, like, some of them use a lot more gray. Everybody was given this gray fabric, and they were all given some solids that kind of matched their thread color, but they could add in something else. A lot of them tended to stay with the solids. I don't know that anybody, oh here, Carolyn did put some sort of, looks like snow caps. It's got like a little swirly on her white, and of course there's a lot of thread painting on this one, but they mostly kept to the solids. So I will be designing at the end of this a setting like I've done for 10 years. This is the 10th year of, it's actually the 11th year. The first year I did them all. I did the whole so long for the year, and then we switched it over to invite designers. But here's my block, because I'm doing mine totally different, so you can see it. Now Sherry's block is very clever in how it's put together. But if you decide to change colors like I did, she kept her block in the middle. The purples are in the same places as they are out here. But I changed my middle. That means I had to make more blocks because of the way they're put together. Just so you know, if you keep them just like hers, it works, you know, you don't have to do anything extra. But if you want to be like me and be different, you have to make more blocks. That's just the way it is, the way it all rolls. All right, so I'm super excited about the cozy things. I've been rereading the Hygge books, the one that by Olivia that I like. I want to tell you again why I like that particular one. Not so much, I relate to her writing, because they all pretty much say the same thing in there. But I relate to her writing, but I mostly relate because to her, she talks about it being a lifestyle, about the coziness, and about how you think about your whole life, and not just as it's a bar of soap or it's a candle, you know, or it's a fuzzy cover. It's more like, you know, it could be going into a store, an antique store, that your favorite antique store is Hygge, because that just makes you feel peaceful and happy and grounded and filled with grace when you go in there. It could just be sitting on your front porch, does that for you. It could be playing with your grandchildren, does that for you. That is wonderful. You know, it's a wonderful feeling. Having a smelling something, maybe a particular perfume that your grandmother wore, or, you know, that kind of a thing. I like the way she presented it. All of those books, though, all sort of have a section that I feel sort of digresses off into something else. You know, I don't know why, but everyone, somebody because they're talking about Danish lifestyle, they tend to then all sort of have a chapter or two that talks about other parts of Danish lifestyle, which, you know, might be their medical systems or how they're, you know, they pay their taxes. You know, that they wrote chapters on that, these authors. I think because they were trying to give you a full picture of the Danish lifestyle. So, you know, when you get to those, which don't really, to me, you know, they didn't speak to me, those chapters, I just skim past those, just read the ones I like. Now, you have your list. I know some of you are doing the list of writing down, of actually, here, try and get it, of actually writing down what it is that makes you feel comfortable, peaceful, happy by season, or sometimes it would just be an overall, like, you know, going into your favorite store might be an overall, taking a walk would be an overall, because you might do that all the time. You know, reading in a favorite corner and in your, you know, favorite chair would be not in a particular season. But there are seasonal things that we do, like going to pick apples might be a seasonal thing for fall that you might do. So this is really important. I have my list online, and I've opened it up this morning actually and was writing more things in it. So, and then this morning I had a not cozy day also, just because keeping life real, I'm trying to design something. I have it designed, but it's not working with the fabrics I want to use. So I had a very frustrating morning, trying different options, and finally decided that I'm just going to have to scrap this. It is just not working at all. And so that is what happens sometimes. Even if you are a designer and you do things like this all the time, it doesn't always work. Sometimes you just have to scrap it and start over. And so that's what I had to made a decision on just a little bit ago. I'm like, okay, I can't try any more options because this is the fabric I want to use. This particular design is not showcasing it well enough. It's too muddy, it's too mushy, and so I need to have a different design to showcase it better. Such is life. It's not always a win. Sometimes it's like a blah. That's just not working. But all in all, it'll be good in the end. Okay, if you have a favorite, this is what you're going to do. Show me and tell me which of your books you have of mine. I would love to know. I would love to know which of my books you have. You might have some of my really older ones. You might have you might have the Quilt the Season, which is a, you know, pattern book. Tell me, and I'll link you up to the Stabilizer book for those of you who want to get this. It's a really awesome little book. All the links are below. Thank you so much for using them. It helps our small family business. And I love you. Mwah. See you online.